When I first started my online business, my goal that I thought was going to be super hard was making $100 in profit every day. That was the number to a college kid version of me where I felt like I could really start to consider working for myself more seriously. And looking at my dashboard now from the last couple days, I'm super glad to say I've made that goal happen and then some. And now when I work on my Amazon business, my goal is to make at least $300 per hour that I spend on my business. So in this video, I'm going to challenge myself to do just that. I'm going to show you real examples of products that we can source live together to sell on Amazon. And by the end of this video, you'll understand how to hit your online business goals, whether that's just making an extra $100 a month or going full-time working for yourself like I've been able to do. So let's jump into the computer here, and I want to set a couple parameters. For this challenge, I want to try to make $300 an hour, so I'm going to source for 15 to 20 minutes, and hopefully I'll find enough products to make that make sense. And just so we're on the same page about fees, taxes, all that good stuff, as I'm sourcing in this video using SellerAmp, the fee calculator, I actually have embedded the cost of paying to have my inventory prepped for me. I also have shipping to Amazon baked in. So if you see all these fees and stuff, that's actually the true profit I'm going to make after I pay other people to prepare these items to actually get sent off to Amazon. So when I say the goal is $300 an hour, it's not just the sourcing part. I want every last bit of the process included. And we're going to do that by including those fees that I pay to have all my inventory prepared for me. Well, let's just go ahead and dive in here. I'm going to use a pretty familiar starting point. If you guys have seen any of the videos in the past, this is literally the only way you need to source profitable products on Amazon. Even if you're brand new to the game, you'll understand all this, right? So I pull up this as an example because it is a brand that is made and sold by a retail store. In this case, Athletic Works is made and sold by Walmart. And what that means is anytime I pull up one of these sellers on the listing here, I can see, for example, this person has 2 feedback. So they're a pretty new Amazon seller. And I'm very interested to know in my case, I'm going to pretend I'm a fellow brand new Amazon seller. I don't know what to source. And I can see what my fellow new Amazon sellers are also having success selling on the platform. And as I'm going through here, I also see other important data points. So one of the really big ones I'm looking for is to make sure that I can buy this item for that max cost option. So basically this means if I can buy this PlayStation controller stick or whatever for 17 bucks, I'm going to make some money. So let's just go ahead and get the process kicked off here. Like I said, we need to find this for 17 bucks, and I'm going to try to do that by hitting the Google button right here. And I'm going to also open the Amazon page. What that Google button is going to do is it's going to search that product for me. So I can see, it looks like this is 20 bucks all across the internet here. And in order for me to make a profit, I need to buy this for 17 bucks. So let's see if that's possible. Sometimes you could find like some coupon codes or discounts, something like that. So I see Best Buy has these, GameStop has them. It seems like PlayStation themselves sells them. That makes sense. Let's see. Usually I'm looking for little banners up here, maybe like a 10% coupon or something like that shows up. I'm not seeing anything initially sticking out to me. So another thing I can check, and this is one thing that a ton of Amazon sellers are not using, is discounted gift cards. For example, let's check like GameStop. Okay, sweet. This could be a good example. So you'll see right here, this website showing me a bunch of kind of trusted marketplaces that I can buy gift cards from. So in this case, I can get a 14% discount buying gift cards from gift card savings. And what that means is essentially I can go into these websites, I can spend, let's say $100, or just for ease of numbers, let's call it, we can spend 86 bucks here. And then that would create a $100 gift card. That'd be a 14% discount. Hopefully that makes sense. You're just going to get those codes emailed to you, and then you can use those codes at checkout. So here we can actually basically get a 14% discount. And let's go ahead and pop this back open and see if that makes sense. So we're buying it for 20, and we can also subtract that 14% discount there. So we're buying these for 17.20. The ROI is a little bit light on these, but honestly, I don't hate this item. While I'm filming this, we're going into the holiday rush, and this is something that probably going to be a Christmas gift. It has to do with playing video games and that kind of thing. So right now we make about $5 per unit selling this. I wish it was another 1% ROI higher. Usually I look for 30% ROI, but I'm not really going to not buy an item over that. Let's see. This one could be interesting. I see this is a similar price. This one's actually going for 35. Seems like it's the pretty much the same exact thing. And perfect. Yeah. So we can go in here, and what was our cost on those? This was 17.20. So let's plug in 17.20 right there. Yeah. So this is a lot better. Sells 400 times a month. We make $8 profit per unit right here, and that's a 47% ROI. In terms of our competition here, we can check out the buy box pie chart down there. This is going to show me the recent sales in terms of who made the sale and what price the sale was made at. So I can see just now somebody sold it for 33, somebody sold it for 33, 8 minutes ago somebody sold it for 35. The other thing I like about this is I'm seeing lots of other sellers making sales like pretty consistently. Amazon's just letting everyone take turns, make sales. It's another great sign. And a lot of these people don't even have any feedback, you'll notice, because they have no stars. They're brand new sellers making sales on this product. Just because I saw a couple recent sales at like 33 bucks, let's just assume we're going to sell these at 33 bucks on average rather than 35 to make sure our profit challenge here is nice and consistent. And since these sell 400 times a month, I would probably place a test order somewhere around like 50 of these. We could probably sell more of these again going into the holiday season. Right now while I'm filming this, probably sell a little bit faster than that, but just for the sake of the challenge, let's call these 50 units at $6 profit per unit. Again, this is including shipping, sales tax, fees, all that kind of stuff. So this is actually what we're making. And I guess that right there is basically our $300 challenge. But I've only been been going for 8 minutes or so. So let's keep having some fun here. It seems like we're obviously going to be able to hit that goal of making $300 an hour or so. And what I will say is a lot of times after I have found a profitable example, so I started from this just to show you where to start if you have no idea where to start. But once you have a profitable example, those are going to usually be the better places to storefront stock off of. That's the fancy terminology for just looking at the other sellers on these listings on SellerAmp. And especially now that we know that this item's profitable, the people who sell a profitable item right now are probably more likely to have other items that are profitable right this second, rather than just like a random retail store item that we pulled up. So let's just go ahead and open up one of the other storefronts on this listing here, and we're going to go ahead and check out what they sell. So these people sell some Nike products. They sell some Fujifilm. Usually when I'm sourcing, I didn't do this right off the bat, so I'm not overwhelming, but usually when I am sourcing, I like to go brand by brand. So I'm just going to skip to Fujifilm. Nike is a brand that new sellers haven't been able to sell for like 2 years now. So I don't want to source that because that's not really going to teach you much beyond just the actual methodology. But let's see, Fujifilm would be something that a lot of beginner storefront selling should be pretty friendly. They're honestly selling quite a few of these. What are these usually going for here? So they've got 5-pack, 10 of them there. What are these going for? Maybe 65. We can also just take away like that 5X. What is this going for? So they're $17 for 20 of them. I'm not even seeing the miniatures. Maybe this is it. Maybe they're buying like big multi-packs and splitting them up. Let's see. What does that say? 10 times 2. No, those are 20 packs as well. And yeah, this person's selling 10 times 5 there. Let's see. Yeah, I'm really not seeing that, which is interesting. Let's see. Maybe CVS has it. Again, really, I'm just trying to source this from any website across the internet. Let's see. That's $25 for 20 of them. Let's go on to something else here. So 10 packs, 200 total of them. So it's 10 packs of these. So if we just bought these straight up, it would be like 170. We need to buy it for 123 to be profitable. Let's see this one right here. So Walmart's a little bit cheaper, it looks like. That would be 145 if we bought 10 of those right there and made it into a big multi-pack. It's also possible we can buy these in bulk. Let's see, what are these going for? So basically we'd end up getting 3 total units of this for $5.19. I don't think the math's going to work out there. It's going to be a little bit closer buying these in bulk. Yeah, so not really seeing much right off the bat here. Maybe there's something I'm missing here, or maybe there's like a coupon at one of these websites that I'm missing. Let's go ahead and check out. So here's like a different style we could potentially look into. Let's see, like the wide. This is a, what is it? 2 twin packs. So it's 40 total. We need to get for $26. And yeah, it seems like they're selling a lot of these for 26 or so. Although this could be interesting. What's this? $11, 2-pack. The other thing I need to look for is to make sure that this is actually being sold by Walmart. A lot of times on these other websites, you make sure you're buying directly from like a legit retailer. Don't buy if it's from like a third-party seller or something like that. But this is interesting. So this is actually sold by Walmart. We can get these for $11 in a 2-pack. And I think that's the same thing. So let's just pop this open here. We could have another winner on these films right here. And this also seems like another like total Christmas gift item. We can even see if that is the case. And you can check that on the Keepa chart on these items. So Keepa is one of the softwares that you'll need for sourcing, as well as SellerAmp. They're $20 a month each. And what I'm checking for here is to see if it was like a Christmas item last year. And in this case, I can see it was. So you see how that green line is going down over time. I'll even take some of this away. When the green line is going down over time, that means the sales rank is decreasing, which is a good thing. The lower the sales rank, the faster the product is selling. So this tells me last Christmas, this was something people were buying like as a Christmas gift. So reasonably the same pattern is going to continue. So that tells me that this is going to continue to sell for at least $40, if not a little bit more. And we can get a 2-pack of these for $22. Here's another item that's selling 200 times a month. Let's see, how much competition do we have? I see in the last few days, we have 4 different people that have made a sale. And then beyond that, it was 5 days ago. So reasonably, we're probably the 4th, maybe the 5th competitive seller on this listing, just based on the past sales, the recent sales here, which means that doing some rough math there, we should be able to sell about, what's that? Maybe 30 or 40 of these every month. Let's just round down to 30 for the sake of a fair comparison. And let's just round this down to $9 in profit as well, just in case the price changes or any unexpected fees come up, that kind of thing. So we can add that to our hourly challenge here. That's going to be another $270 in profit buying that right there. So that's pretty cool. Let's see if there's any other brands that are interesting. So I see they're selling some like clothing here. We can go ahead and check this out. What are these shirts selling for? We need to buy them for $8. They are 14. So we need a really good discounted gift card or something. Let's see. What are these underwear? So these underwear are $25. And then what are they selling for? They're selling for 21. Do you see this has a lot of variations? I'll just show you a quick trick. If you're looking at something like this where there's lots of different styles and colors, or usually it's going to be clothing, but it happens in other categories too, where there's lots of different styles. What we can do is find only the most expensive styles and see if that particular version is profitable for us. For example, I can go in here, filter this in terms of new current price. So now I'm looking at the most expensive version of the underwear on this listing, and the most expensive one is $50. So knowing that we're buying these for $21.60, that one would be profitable. The problem is not only does it need to be expensive, it also obviously needs to sell. And something like this, where I don't really see the price moving around a lot, I also don't see the number of sellers changing. It's showing me the history of the seller count right there. Maybe one person sold out there a little while ago. What I'm looking for is something more like like this, right? So you see the new seller counts changing a lot. The price is changing a good amount. That means Amazon's kind of rotating the sales between different sellers and different people are finding success. In this case, that one's 36 bucks. So obviously I don't want to make 21 cents. I hope you don't either. Let's go ahead and check into some of these other ones though. This one's a little bit more expensive. $16 max cost on this one. Maybe we have something to go off of here. Let's see, it's a 3-pack. Let's make sure. Yeah, that looks pretty similar to me. So 36 bucks with a 40% coupon that's going on the website right now. We can also check and see, just so we have it in the back of mind, if we can get any discounted gift card on this. Jockey, nope, no one's selling discounted gift cards today. So this is just going to be our price straight up. So it's going to be 36 bucks minus that 40%. We're buying these for $21.60. And then let's do the same trick again. Let's go to variations and see. Okay, this one's maybe more interesting. I see we've got a version of these at 42 bucks, which isn't profitable, but I do see this version at 45. Yeah, and plugging that in there. It seems like it has a history of going for 42 bucks recently. So there's a chance it goes back and is only a $5 profit per sale. But right now, if we stock this in, it is a $7 profit per sale. And I do see the price changing around a lot. The new offer count hasn't gotten too crazy, but whenever you see the new price changing around a lot, that's almost always a good sign that it's actually selling. And maybe it's just that these sales are changing between these different sellers, which I think is actually exactly the case. You see how the orange dots up there are changing back and forth? That's basically just showing me that the sales are changing between different sellers. And you'll see on a mouse along, that seller name is changing on that buy box price. That's showing me that basically the sales are rotating between different sellers and they're probably actually making sales on this. So that's pretty much a good sign. The estimated sales is definitely a little bit low. So I would probably only buy like 10 of these as a test. Definitely not as good as the other items we found, but not too bad at all right now. It's like a $7 profit per unit. And then worst case, going back to 42, like $5. So let's just round this down. Again, it'll be super conservative. Let's say we only sell 10 of these and the price goes back down and make $5 per unit. Again, another 50 bucks in profit to the running total. And just for the sake of our challenge, trying to make 300 bucks an hour was more than successful this time, sourcing about 15 minutes. And you guys see the exact profit number, but off the top of my head, it's somewhere around 650 bucks. So not bad at all. So from there, when you're a brand new Amazon seller, you'll buy all those items, you get them shipped to your house, and then you will ship them into Amazon FBA. You'll want to do that using Boxem, and I have full guides on the channel that show you how to do that. And when you use Boxem to make those shipments, you'll typically see some faster check-in times if you take advantage of things like 2D barcodes, or if you do Boxem provided, you can also save on placement fees, not to mention that you're also going to have all your analytics tracked. And there's also an AI within Boxem we didn't even talk about today. You can check out one of the other videos on that, but you can actually use Boxem to use AI to help you source some products as well. And of course, like I mentioned, I have all the fees for that included in my SellerAmp as we've been sourcing, because the alternative to shipping all those items out yourself is you can start working with a prep center. And I do that with a third-party logistics company that is based in a sales tax-free state. That way, when I'm sourcing all my items personally, I'm actually a little bit more profitable than what I just showed you because I'm not paying any sales tax either. But if you're curious about getting more into Amazon now, next steps I'd encourage you to do is just grab a 2-week free trial of SellerAmp and Boxem down below. Those are the softwares that you actually need to run your Amazon business. Also, let me know if you have any questions. Always happy to help. If you found this helpful at all, you can also hit like, subscribe. All the YouTubery stuff really helps me out on the channel here. And if you want to see how this business works in way more detail, I actually made you a free 4-hour long Amazon course. You can click this video right here and start watching.